second half and like all these pictures of Tottenham fans coming out.
He actually looks chipper, I would say.
Compared to the other one. Compared to what we're all seeing, feeling in that stadium yesterday, man. That is...
I think he represents all of us, this guy.
Yeah. Troll Football says, Spurs are so bad that the fan in the wheelchair stood up and walked out at half-time.
Miracles. That's how bad Tottenham are. Performing miracles.
This one's brilliant. James Dickinson saying, even he's seen enough.
Got a blind man walking out. he can't watch any more of this.
One Football says, Ollie Glasner has won as many games at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium since January 2025 in the Premier League as Ange Postecoglou and Thomas Frank. He's the manager of Crystal Palace, while both Postecoglou and Frank were permanent Spurs bosses.
Same with Nuno.
That is mad.
Him and Nuno
as well, yeah.
It's ridiculous. Our home form is just beyond anything you could ever describe.
Yeah.
There's not a word that in the English language that puts into description of how bad it is.
DR Sports says this season Arsenal have the same amount of points as Spurs since the start of last season. Wow. That is fucking embarrassing.
They're going to lap us. They're going to get more points in one season as we have in two combined. They're going to lap us.
Yeah. Aidan James says this is Tottenham's fixture list for next season.
Just Mansfield, Worcestershire, Southampton, Folkestone. Yeah,
Coventry. Yeah, Coventry will be in the division above us, to be fair.
Yeah, this is Tottenham. This is going to be our... When we get the fixture list at the beginning in July, this is what it's going to look like.
Tetrunk says, are we fucking serious? What is this all about?
This is our chief revenue officer doing some sort of meeting or whatever this is.
I'll be speaking at SXXW in Austin next week. Our session explores how Tottenham Hotspur Football Club is evolving beyond football to become a global cultural brand and what that means for sport, entertainment and partnerships. You know what, you can do one, mate. Spurs are evolving beyond football, are we? How about evolve within football? We're a bloody football club.
He's going to say at the beginning of the meeting, you see, it might look like it's not going well, we're going down, but the reality is we're beyond football. We're beyond football, so it doesn't matter that we go down. How amazing, isn't it? We are future-proofing this club against bad results and against championship football, and even though we're going to lose the Premier League revenue, we're beyond football. So we don't need the Premier League revenue because we're beyond football.
Guys are just killing this club, man. This club is dead, man.
It's the evolution, the championship. For God's sake. Oh, this is our chief revenue officer. Do one. What do you mean you're doing a talk about how we're evolving beyond football when we're about to get relegated?
Record profits the championship ever seen.
Who are these people?
This next one says Igor Tudor reign.
This is Igor Tudor's reign, man. Honestly, I think Liz Truss was probably longer, for sure. Oh my god! And she lasted. I think a piece of lettuce lasted longer than Liz Truss.
Yeah. Out of context football. Just going through loads of Spurs fans yesterday.
Yeah, you know what? I have to say, TNT, they were just on a mad one yesterday, zooming in on all these Tottenham fans just looking utterly
happy they didn't zoom in on me yesterday.
God. It was just like fan after fan after fan just looking utterly just...
They pretty much pictured every single fan in the stadium.
All the fans left.
Football on TNT says Tottenham have picked up just 3 points in the second half of the season. 3 points.
In 10 games. Fucking hell.
It used to be like 10 points in 10 games was terrible.
Yeah, that is bad. 10 points in 10 games is like shockingly bad.
Yeah. Ollie Davis says Vicario has not saved a single penalty since joining Spurs and only dived the right way in 3 out of 15 he's conceded, including a penalty shootout.
3 out of 15 he's dived the right way. That is a ridiculous stat. That is a ridiculous stat. God, it's like he's diving out of the way of them.
Literally.
Honestly, I could probably dive the right way more often than that. It's 50-50.
Yeah, you used to be a top quality keeper.
50-50. Like, you'd have to be doing it on purpose to get a ratio like that, I swear.
Yeah. Who Scored says Tottenham have now conceded 25 first half goals in the Premier League this season. Only Burnley have conceded more.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, Spurs in first half this season, man. it's just so demoralising, isn't it?
Yeah, you just start. It's like we start the first half. It's like a handicap.
Yeah,
That's what
literally.
it is.
ESPN UK says Premier League wins.
Yeah,
We've done that. Douglas Critchley says, relative to their individual abilities as players, aside from Mo Salah, is there a Premier League player that has had a more disappointing individual campaign than Mickey van der Ven, particularly down the stretch when it matters most? I mean, look, first half of the season, we were all saying, he's actually improved as a player, but now he's taken a massive backward step in the last couple of months.
Yeah. He has been awful. It's a weird one. We were saying how he's improved, and it's just fallen off a cliff for him. I guess it has for the team as well. But I guess has he had the most disappointing season relative to his individual ability?
Definitely the second half of the season.
Yeah, you have to say right now for sure he's probably one of the most underperforming players in the league at the moment for sure.
Yeah. End Peps Juge says, Fairs man, club members at the stadium get a zoo-like experience of their players getting sent off. And this is Mickey van der Ven walking down the tunnel straight into the dressing room, and the tunnel club get full view of it.
Front row seats. Fantastic stuff. They're going to be tunnel clubbing it in the Championship next season.
Pro Tottenham says, do you know what's the saddest thing about Tottenham and our collapse? It's how literally self-inflicted. We've seen big clubs go down due to financial hardships, sanctions for breaking the rules, or simply just not being good enough because they haven't got the muscle to do so. But with Tottenham, this is basically a choice of the owners to relegate the club. For a club to be such a strong financial position, to be in the position to spend 200 million on players and have it not affect our PSR, only to choose to spend 13 million when we are staring at relegation with the worst injury crisis we've seen ever at Tottenham, is nothing short of criminal negligence. There are plenty of people to blame, but the blame is no doubt at the feet of Daniel Levy, Enoch, Lewis Family Charrington, Lange and Vinay for the mess we are in and the fact we are about to be relegated. They need to sell up, the entire board needs clearing out, and if we are to move forward as a club, football needs putting first again, not profits, not F1 go-karting, not concerts, not NFL, not boxing events, football. They need to sell up, and we need owners who will put football at the forefront of everything.
And you know what? They're not even hiding it, because we just saw the chief revenue officer saying he's setting up a talk about how we're evolving beyond football. Yeah. So they're literally telling us. They're literally telling us right there. They're doing talks about it. They're doing talks about how football isn't at the forefront of his football club anymore. The whole thing is baffling. This is what I've been saying, by the way. The whole thing is completely self-inflicted. It's completely self-inflicted. Yep. We have every advantage you could ask for as a football club.
No one's disagreed with you.
It's madness.
Yeah. Next up is Squawker. Crystal Palace have won consecutive away league games against Tottenham for the first time in their history. How mad is that? You know what?
I saw a quote from Glasner. He said, when I first came, one of my first games was we played Tottenham away. We lost 3-1, he said. And, on that day, there was no chance we were ever winning that game. Tottenham were just levels above us. It was so good, and we were so far beyond them. And now we've just won 2 games in a row, and it just shows the progression of my team. And I'm like, I think it just shows how bad we've become.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, because Palace weren't even great yesterday. You know what I mean?
They weren't.
They didn't even need to do it.
To beat him.
They did nothing to beat us. Let's be honest. We just beat ourselves.
We put them under a little pressure. We created some chances. Like, they weren't that great. We were just awful.
Yeah. One football. Tottenham are winless in 11 league games for the first time since October 1975. They have also dropped 5 Premier League games in a row for the first time since November 2004.
That was under Martin Yell.
Oh, winless in 11 league games since 1975.
Is that when we went down?
No, we went down in 77, yeah.
God, the records keep coming in.
And this next one's pretty much the same. Tottenham go 11 without victory in the Premier League for the first time ever.
Shocking.
Squawker. The most Premier League assists at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this season. Sarr with 3, Javi with 2, Kudus with 2, and now Adam Wharton, second highest assister at the Premier League, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
That's a joke. In one game.
Yeah. Who scored? The only two Premier League sides to outperform their XG this season is Tottenham and Burnley. Can't run away from the numbers.
Cannot run away from the underlying stats. I've been saying it all season. You can't do it. You can run, but you can't hide.
Up to Joe says, only Wolves have lost more home Premier League matches than Tottenham since the start of last season, while Spurs have the fewest home points of any ever-present side since 24-25. Free fall.
Yeah, man. The home form is just beyond disgusting.
This next one is from Hotspur Reports, just saying speechless, just showing some more depressed Spurs fans.
That's how we all feel.
This is from Hotspur Callum saying, Luca, you have to get back to Spurs. You have to go back to Spurs. And he's just like, I'm not going.
That's his reaction. Oh, yeah, he was so close to scoring the other day. I saw another good performance from him. This one we've seen.
Next one is just Spurs v Lincoln.
That's what it's going to be like. We're going to have these big glitzy bloody screens on the edge of our stadium saying Spurs versus Lincoln at home.
Spoiler alert, we're not. This is Dalio 7 when Son said in that documentary thing that they're going to be fine without me.
Little did he know. Little did he know.
I told you, we need you back, Sonny.
If Sonny knew what was going to happen, would he have stayed, do you reckon? He would say, I can't have my team going through this.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Welsh Spur says a picture is worth 1,000 words. So this guy was pictured on the cameras and he just put his finger up saying, get out of my face.
This is like a resignation, though, like sitting back and just middle finger up.
Folan says, all we need is consistency.
One was given a penalty and a red card. One wasn't even given a penalty.
Unbelievable. Memorino, this is Johan Lang on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You have 13 fit players and no points. What do you do in the January transfer window? Fuck all, sign players, sell players, fuck all, sell players and gaslight fans.
D, please.
Change for Tottenham as well. Arranging protests for the next two home games. They say that Tottenham are now in serious danger and the direction of this club cannot continue without challenge. Both Nottingham Forest and Brighton protests must be massive. Forest will include a post-match stadium protest inside the stadium. Now the whole fan base must stand up.
100%. Go and attend these protests, man. We need to voice that this situation is unacceptable for Tottenham Hotspur to be in, and it's all down to the owners. There's nowhere else to look.
Beyond unacceptable, man.
It's beyond unacceptable. We have to make our voices heard that we're not going to stand for this. And I know protesting ain't going to keep us up, but at the end of the day, we have to put pressure on them in any way we can, and it's the only way we can do it.
Madders Day says, Dejan Kulusevski trying to talk some sense into this wretched group of absolute dross who don't deserve to represent my beautiful football club.
Yeah, he must feel so helpless at the moment, Decky.
You saw all the players on the sidelines yesterday. They were just like, what is going on?
Yeah, scratching their heads, not being able to help the situation.
No context Tottenham. Oh, God. Romero and Van de Ven.
That's pretty much what they've been doing this season, especially recently.
Yeah.
Just not saving this situation.
SZY Comp saying, look at this fucking gooner. I'm not even going to say the last word, but get him out, man. Just get him out my football club.
I don't know what he's doing.
No context Tottenham. This was Javi's free kick. Oh my God, it was awful.
Another memeable free kick.
It's like every game, man. Like, what is that?
What are you doing? Honestly.
Yeah.
It's just nowhere near tell. It's like, what are you doing? And also Danzo just stops blocking. He's blocking him and he just stops. He's just, I'm going to land and take the ball.
Yeah.
Why?
And look, that is that. That is the way the internet reacted. Another hard episode of Reacts.
Not getting any easier.
And there you have it. There you have it, people.